Everybody knows listings right now are gold. Would you rather have 10 buyers or 10 good listings? Well, if you know anything about real estate, especially in today's market, 2021, you know that you'd much rather have listings. Now, most agents are saying, well, listings are hard to get, and I'm going to tell you they're not. Well, they're difficult, but if you'll do it the way I'll tell you, you will get listings. You need to go after expired listings. Now, a lot of you are saying, because I hear this all the time, I'll give you my history briefly. I was a realtor for 27 years. I started selling in 1993, and I used the conventional method of marketing my first 15 years. What's that? Cold phone calling, door knocking, farming, the stuff that we're all taught, that most of us are still taught. In my last 11, 12 years, I did something completely different, which you'll see in a minute. So I wanted to share my background, but expired listings is where it's at, and I hear it all the time because I coach agents now, and they tell me, well, Jim, our market doesn't have expires. Well, sure they do. Now, there's not nearly as many expires as there were a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, but there are expires. And the real gold is in those older expires that expired a year ago, 2 years ago, even 3 years ago. Go back 1, 2, 3 years, pull the expireds, check the history, make sure they didn't sell or relist. Those are dynamite. Why didn't they sell in the first time they were listed? Probably, most likely, because they were overpriced. What happened to the value of that home in the last year or 2 or 3? It went up, and it went up dramatically if you're like most markets in the country. So go after older expireds. And go after them differently than everybody else. Don't just phone call them. Don't just send them company information. I've been using a company called Mailbox Power where you can send customized envelopes. This is a 5x7 greeting card where you customize the envelope. That's the envelope, and I put the house, the expired home, on the envelope. They pull this card out of the envelope, and a photo of their house is on the front of the card. Nothing on the envelope or the card about real estate. Nothing. So they're going to open it, we're going to go, and they go, wow, who sent me an envelope and a card with my house on it? And then your information goes on the inside. I happen to be with Keller Williams now. Your information also goes on the back. But this is what gets their attention. This is what sets you apart. Now with Mailbox Power, you have the option of sending these 5x7 cards, and you have the option of sending 8.5x11 cards. With the 8.5x11, you have the option also of designing the envelope. Look at that. Now think, if you got this envelope, if you're the owner of this home, and it expired either yesterday or last year or 2 years ago, you get this in the mail, you're going to think, oh my goodness, who sent this to me? This is the envelope. You open it up, and on the inside is a heavy stock greeting card with a photo of their home. And I did put some wording on this one: charming home, great location. Who sent me this? It's got my home on the front. And on the inside is the realtor's information. That's where you put that. And also on the back, you can put information about you. Company is called mailboxpower.com. You need an invitation code to join. My invitation code is McCord, my last name, MCCORD. Mailboxpower.com/McCord, or just go to mailboxpower.com and use the invitation code McCord. I also wrote a book, Revolution Real Estate Sales. You can actually get this book on Mailbox Power for $7.99. And it's a short book, and I've got a whole lot of really unique tips in there. It's not the conventional book. It became a #1 bestseller quickly in 2016 exactly because it does not give conventional advice. Jim McCord, connect with me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or like my YouTube page. I've got over 200 videos on my YouTube page, all free training. And I look forward to hearing from you and connecting with you guys. Go out and get expireds. And don't tell me there aren't any. Go for 1 year, 2 year, even go back 3 years and search the expireds that haven't relisted or sold. You guys have a great day.